Praise the Lord. Sorry, I feel like standing up so that I can really say what I want to say. Praise the Lord. Pastor Mokorede, I want to appreciate you so much for the privilege that you have given unto us to be here this morning to talk to our parents. Mommy, thank you so much because you actually initiated this. Today I'm going to talk about things parents need to know about their children. I actually work with the children's department, and I'm here on behalf of in fact, all the teachers. So most of the things I'll be sharing will be things that we encounter in children's department, and maybe a little from my own personal experience because I have 3 teenagers and a little baby. Praise the Lord. So I'll start with this. Yesterday, I got a call from one of my uncles, and it has been a while that he actually called me. I was a bit suspicious of the call, So he just said, how are you? How are you doing? How is your husband and the children? I said, they're okay, they're doing well. And I was still, that normal, I was just still waiting for him to say, oh, this happened at home or whatever. And he just said he just wanted to check in on me to know how I'm doing. And then the other brother too called me and just to check in. And that sent a message to me. I was glad because my mom passed on like 17 years ago, and my dad passed on 2 years ago. And he is like a father to us. He checks in with us once in a while. And I was very happy that he checked in because in the process of discussion, I had to tell him some things that I was going through, my brothers were going through, and, it opened, another level of discussion. And why am I giving this story? I'm giving this story because it is very relevant here, even in the church. A lot of us parents don't really have that time to ask our children, how are you doing? Most times you ask, how are you doing? And somebody says, I'm fine, and that is it. No. When you ask, how are you doing? And that person says, fine, go deeper. Sometimes you need to go deeper. Go deeper and ask, fine, how are you? How are you feeling? How are you doing? Because our children are going through a lot of things, which I'm going to mention, now. While working with these children in the children's department, we noticed that, thank you for the light. I think it was just disturbing my eyes. Praise the Lord. So while working with them, we have this freedom. We talk to them, they talk to us. There are some things that we know that you don't know as parents. When they come like this, Sister Love, Mommy Love, they call me Mommy Love, not Sister Love. Some call me Mommy Love because you call me, like, Mommy Love, Mommy Love. There's something I want to tell you. And they will come and then they will tell me things that I'm sure they've not told you. Praise the Lord. And one of the things you need to know is that you have to open up communication. Just like Mommy said, you have to be deliberate. When they come back, sit them down. Not today, I'm not talking of today, yes. Not today, because I'm sure most of them are aware that we're doing something today. Maybe when you are relaxed, in a non-formal setting, just call them, how are you doing? Don't take fine for an answer. Go deeper. Go deeper by asking, how are you feeling? Now, some of them, the 7-year-olds that you have, the 8-year-olds that you have, you think you still have babies. They are not babies. Their bodies are changing. Most of them are, they're already developing into, adolescent the age. Most of them are feeling something that you are not even aware of. Some of them are already liking boys. The boys are already liking some girls, even here. Yes. Oh, are you shocked? They are. Why are you shocked? But is it a crime to like somebody? It's not a crime. It is not a crime to like somebody. But the issue is that you have to, if you are able to open up that communication and ask that child, if that child is able to explain to you, oh, look at what I'm feeling, you will now know how to guide that child. Just like Mommy said, we are supposed to train them. We are supposed to direct them in the way they should go. It is not a crime to feel what they are feeling at their age because their hormones are changing. Their hormones are changing. After all, when we were at their age, we were feeling that way too. People were toasting us, and guys too were toasting girls. That's the word they use anyway. So it is normal. It is not an evil thing. Just like Mommy said, we should not be over-spiritualizing things. Now, but if you don't open up that conversation, how will you know? So I've dropped one for you now. Boys are liking your girls too. And your boys are already eyeing some babes. Yes. So that is one. Then, two, our children are exposed to a lot of things around them, from television, from social media, from even the things that are happening at home. Because we as parents, we want to show affection to each other, we want to love ourselves, and show that we are in a good relationship. We do these things sometimes in front of the children. And now what happens? They see mommy and daddy kissing. They see mommy and daddy loving each other. You understand? And now they want to practice it, in school or in church. I don't want to go into details about certain things that happen, but I'll just, it's just for us to be able to go deep. When you ask your child, you will know. Praise the Lord. So we have to be very, very careful the things we do in front of our children. Even those that dress in front of their children, you have to be careful. Because they see you, you dress up in front of them, they now come to church, they want to touch other children. Or in school, they want to touch them. Or they want to, you understand, there's this situation, I don't want to say where it happened, so that you will not know. I don't want us to. So there's this child that came, and then the aunties sat down, and then what the child did was she opened the auntie's dress. Open and, what's the problem? First time, second time, third time. And it is because he is seeing something at home. There's something he is watching at home that he wants to, practice. So that is it. We have to check. We have to be careful. We know of the story that happened, some months, or a month ago, I think a month ago or so or two, about the child that went to Dubai and those things that happened there. Of course, that child is coming from a home. That child must have been watching some things. Either watching the siblings, because that's another angle. Most of these children that have older siblings that are in the university, you understand, they are part of the people that corrupt. The older ones, they corrupt the younger ones a lot. Because imagine those ones that are in the university, they learn a lot of things. They live their life because, of course, you don't have that much control over them. They come home, they see their elder brother that is in the university. He does maybe dreads. He has his friends partying around. Those ones, the younger ones, they learn from them. So we have to be careful too, with that. Then I hope I still have. Okay, just please, you have to give me a little time because this. Yes, please, you have to give me a little time. Praise the Lord. Okay, like I said about the body changes, take time to ask them questions on what's going on around them. Then I'm just going to drop it like highlights, so maybe we'll discuss them further later. Then another thing we have to look at is the training of our boys. The training of our boys. We have done so much training our girls. And if you look at it, what is happening right now is that the girls that have been, that are well trained, have married the boys that are untrained. And now the untrained boys are behaving somehow. They beat, they slap, they kick. Because if you had trained that boy not to beat, not to slap, you don't understand, to take things calmly, to discuss things, you understand, when they get married, they will not beat their wives. So we have to, especially for daddies, please, you have to help us with this. You have to take time, because we have a lot of situations down there, beating of other children, and that's how it starts from, that child, when they are children, they keep beating people, they think it's normal to beat other children, and then they carry it, along. So Praise the Lord. Then another area is that we have to monitor our children's relationship with relatives and maybe nannies, domestic staff. Most or some, let me not use most, or maybe most, or the examples that I have, the domestic staff sometimes are the ones that actually, expose these children to this kind of situation. Let me give an example. In the school that my children went to when they were in primary school, there's this, what's his name? The driver. This woman travels like every month. So they have a dedicated driver that brings that child to school and takes that child back home. So this driver stays in the car. Once he drops, he stays in the car. And then this guy will be watching pornographic stuff on his phone. So once this boy comes in, he gives him the phone. And the boy starts watching. That's just one out of the other examples that we have. And we have to be very careful the way they relate with them. Some of them, they will kiss, they will not kiss. Some of them will hug them, they keep them on their laps. All those things. It's not supposed to be. It's not supposed to be that way. Praise the Lord. So I have other things. And then one more thing, please. We have to, this one is very important. The teachers here especially, we are here to take care of your children while you're here. Most times we don't even come up. Most times we don't even know what's happening here. So we know the children very well. We know what they're going through. We know what they've been doing. And please, when we tell you that this child did this particular thing, please listen. Just take it. Don't argue. Don't fight. Don't take it negatively. Do you understand? Don't take it personally, sorry. Don't take it personally, because we are the ones there. You sit here, you don't know what your child is doing. If we come and complain that your child has been beating a particular child, and you come and say, no, my child cannot do that. No, your child has been doing it. Or other things that the children, I don't want to go into details like that, but the message is that, please, let's work together. Let's work also with other parents. When another parent is trying to correct your child, please step back. What I do most times, when my children go into a new school, I go to the teachers personally. I tell them, I say, this one, I've paid school fees, so please open your eyes where this one is. First, discipline him in school and then tell me at home. Then I'll follow up with the punishment at home. I give them that power to take care of them the way they should be taken care of. Please don't fight us. Don't fight the teachers, your children's teachers. Please. Praise the Lord. There are other things, but maybe when we go into the question and answer session, we'll continue. Praise the Lord.
Thank you very much, Sister Lovett. Mommy Lovett, as she has rightly said. For those of you that don't know, Sister Lovett teaches in the children's department, and the maximum age in that department is 12 years old. 12. I think 9 to 12 is the highest.